So I think the Rams are going to beat the 49ers.
Yeah.
And I think the Bengals will actually beat the Chiefs.
Today, yes.
Is Monday, January the 31st. So your Super Bowl predictions will be.
My Super Bowl predictions for this Super Bowl coming up in 2 weeks. I'm going to say it's going to be the Redskins versus the Jaguars. Okay? That's just my prediction.
It is January the 31st, 2022.
Yeah. So in 2 days, Skins get their new name. What's it going to be? The Admirable Commanders.
The Maryland Turtles.
Can't do that.
Why?
Because you already have the Maryland Terrapins.
Exactly.
It's a college trademark.
They're not called the Turtles.
They're not called the Turtles, but that's gay.
Have you ever heard of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah. Well, then call them the Washington Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's not gay. That's legit.
Why does it have to be homosexual to be a turtle?
Aren't they, I don't know. Why does it? Because that's a stupid mascot.
Oh, so you relate stupid to gay.
Sure. Sure.
Michael Scott says when he was growing up, gay meant lame.
I thought it meant funny.
I don't think so. You don't watch a comical movie and laugh hysterically and say, oh, man, that's so gay.
They used to.
I really enjoyed it because it was so gay.
Yeah. They used to say, have a gay old time.
Happy.
Like, yeah, gay.
Happy. I guess.
That music you listen to. Have a gay old time. It was what was that?
That's a Christmas song.
Was that Flintstones?
Oh, yeah, that's Flintstones.
See?
Yeah.
I know everything.
Yeah, I bet you do. You're really good at predicting who's going to win the Super Bowl. You said the Jaguars this year. And it was not the Jaguars.
I think they did probably have one of the best coaches this year. In Urban Meyer. He did an outstanding job.
Sure. Yeah, him and Nick Saban are pretty much on the same level.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What about who else got fired? I heard the Cowboys were looking at Sean Payton.
That's a lie.
Is it a lie? Is that a rumor?
It's a rumor. It's like Tom Brady's retiring.
You don't think so?
No, he's not retiring.
Not even 50-50?
No.
80-20?
Yes.
75-25?
Yes.
60-40?
No.
69-31?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Glad we could clarify that.
Yep. Yeah.
So what you been up to?
Nothing. Nothing at all. At all. I watched the AF and the NFC championships games last night, and whatever. So it's going to be the Rams and the Bengals into the Super Bowl. I don't know. I think the Rams will beat the Bengals. That's interesting. Why? So they're playing in L.A. Do you have to sell a certain amount of tickets to Cincinnati?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I think
how would you control that?
I don't know how it works in the Super Bowl, man. It may be 50-50. There's no, as far as I know, there's no home field advantage. The Bengals, as far as I know, could be the home team. I don't know how that works. I guess it depends on because the site for the Super Bowl is chosen at random.
Correct.
And it just happened to fall in LA this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know how that works. Maybe they go off a record as to who's home and who's away. Let me look at it right quick and see.
What is the fairness of ticket sales in a Super Bowl?
Super Bowl, I think it's first come, first serve, man. Like, that's the way I would see it. He got the Rona, y'all. He's Ronified.
I've had coronavirus 27 times already.
That's good, man.
Yeah, and I've actually been vaccinated 3 times and boosted twice. So, and I'm a triple mask right now. So I take it very seriously.
The way that they have it structured, it shows Cincinnati being a home team, which is odd because LA actually had a better record and they won a division too.
Yeah.
Right now, the Rams are -4. If Cincy wins, there'd be some money to be made. I think Cincinnati's gonna win, man. They got if they don't, it'll be because LA's defensive line just destroys them.
And I think that's going to happen.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it will happen. Yeah.
Could.
Because they didn't hold up too good against the Chiefs.
No, they didn't. The Chiefs don't get quite enough credit for some of the studs they got, though. But
yeah. But whatever it is, what it is, it's going to be interesting. Whatever. My team's not going to be there.
It never will be. They suck. And honestly, if I don't know. My only advice to you is like, dude, you should probably do one of 2 things. Either stop watching NFL football or root for another team. There is a third option. You could just kill yourself. That's really your only avenues to any type of relief as far as that goes. Because it's like, you start the season with the vaccine. Then midway through the season, you get the booster. Then 3/4 of the way season, you get another booster. Then at the end of the season, you get the virus and die. So it was all for nothing.
Yeah, but that's not true. That's not true at all. Because we actually caught the virus, but we didn't show symptoms.
The whole time you were still getting boosters.
Exactly. I think the AFC and the NFC championship games are a lot funner than the Super Bowl itself to me.
I can see that. It's more of a football game. The Super Bowl is such a production.
Yeah, it's commercialized. Yeah.
And it's
those final 2 games to me are more exciting than the Super Bowl.
Well, the best game of the year is obviously the Pro Bowl. So I mean, who's not going to watch that?
Yeah. Did they even wear pads anymore in that game?
I don't know, man. Like it is the most meaningless game that is played.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. And it kind of cuts into your vacation time.
Yeah, and it's not even really entertaining like the home run derby is. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like,
yeah.
Who are these people and why am I watching them?
Yeah, I feel bad for the players, man, because they're getting interrupted while they're on vacation. It's like I don't know if it's mandatory or not, but it's like if,
I'm sure they get paid for it, though.
You worked all year, now you're on vacation, and they call you in to take a photo. Nobody even goes hard in the Pro Bowl. They don't even.
No, not since the Sean Taylor days.
Yeah, nobody goes hard anymore in the Pro Bowl. It's basically a one big tickle fight. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. And you'll see, like, it's kind of like Pee Wee ball. Like, everybody gets a chance to play.
Yeah.
So you'll see a different quarterback every series or two.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
They should stop having it. Just like they should stop having a halftime Super Bowl show. Stop it.
Yeah. 30 minutes, dude. Those shows always suck, too. I think maybe Bruno Mars did a pretty good job a while back, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember that.
I don't either. But I would think if he did it, it would probably be okay.
Yeah. I get it. I understand why you have it, but yeah, it needs to stop. It just needs to be about football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like during the halftime show this year.
Who was it last year? The Weeknd?
I don't know. I think
I'd never heard of him until that.
Like, here's an idea. If you wanted to have a halftime show, what they should do is have the funeral of John Madden during the halftime show this year.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what they should do. If you want to make it about football, and are you serious, then let's have John Madden's funeral during the halftime show. Let's preserve the body. It's an open casket. And let's have his funeral. It's all about football. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You remember when the commercials actually used to be good, though? A lot of people watched it for the commercials.
Yeah.
Commercials now suck, dude. They suck. There's a couple decent ones.
Yeah, all of Hollywood, man, is pretty much gone now.
It's dead.
It's gone. They've taken on an evangelistic attitude toward their work. Every production has to have a message, and that's what's ruining everything. And at the same time, another generation doesn't even care, because they're on social media and they watch synchronized dancing videos on TikTok. Yeah. So it's Hollywood over, yeah, for the time being. Will it ever come back? I don't know. I think so.
They could probably shoot a pretty good zombie movie in LA right now and not have to, and it could be fairly low budget. Like, you could just basically walk around and start filming. Yeah,
I think what probably I don't know, what could save Hollywood is probably another World War. You know what I mean? Another World War III. So you would have to really, choose a side. You have to get your priorities in line.
Yeah, and create some heroes.
Yeah, you have to create heroes. You have to say, does this hold up in trench warfare? I don't know. Is this the type of entertainment I want to see, in a muddy trench on the front lines of Ukraine? Do you want to see a new episode of Cat?
It almost is like they're not even trying to tell an interesting story anymore. All they're doing is pushing narrative.
Yeah.
Give me back I don't even know who the director was, but Sicario is a good movie. Good storyline, fairly realistic. And now everything's Marvel this and Captain America that, and it's like,
yeah, because
those are your heroes now.
Well, yeah, and also Hollywood thinks that you're children. Do you know what I mean? They have a very low view of their audience, which they should. It is true. People that consume this type of entertainment, they are, in a sense, they have a childlike mind, so that's all you get is Marvel and comic book and, very childish entertainment, because that is your audience, man. Your audience today are grown men and women with the brain of a 12-year-old.
Yeah, nobody will step out and do something out of that niche, because they're just gonna keep catering to those fanboys. They're like, there's enough of those out there to keep supporting us, so we're just gonna keep.
That's right.
And it's like every new character they come out with, and every new story they try to tell is just cheesier than the last.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know how the business works, but I would like to think that, the producers in Hollywood, they like to make money. And so you would see, like, man, the economy, or I guess the market is ready to make money. We got to do something different here. We got to make, a creative storyline, man. We got to make a smart, interesting type of narrative that people, I don't know, will watch. I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. I think, I think when you're a professional in a sense like that, and you have to, you're essentially a business owner, right?
Yeah.
Like, as an actor, he owns his own brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you go out there and open your mouth about things and really just label yourself as this or that, you alienate yourself from a lot of people, and nobody cares anymore. Nobody's interested.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, shut up and do your job, especially like the ones that just advocate gun control this and blah, blah, blah that. And every dollar they've ever made through acting has been an action movie where they are just killing everybody. You know what I mean? Like Tim McGraw. Dude.
What about him?
Look at him. Look at his new show, 1883. There's not a scene in that entire show ever where he doesn't have a weapon on him. And he's some big gun control advocate. Like, the hypocrisy is just astounding. If you are so staunch a supporter of it, and then you turn around and make money off the back of it, like, dude, just nobody cares about you at that point.
Yeah, I'm sure people have legitimate beliefs, right? They're true believers. But you're an idiot if you don't think that some of these narratives that are being pushed, you're not getting paid for it.
Yeah, not only that, but, like, in my opinion, I haven't watched much of 1883 yet, a couple of trailers, sneak peeks, whatever. The parts that they snuck into the last season of Yellowstone. But, dude, I'd probably already have binged watched all of that if it wasn't for Tim McGraw. I just do not.
Wow.
I do not like that guy. And who's the other guy? Sam Elliott?
Yeah.
I love him. I love him in everything he's been in.
Mm-hmm.
But, dude, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be interested at all.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about Tim McGraw being a gun advocate.
He's weird, man.
Tim McGraw.
He's weird. Like, if you look into, like, his personal takes on everything.
Yeah.
It's a weird, when you look at his career and the people that he's always promoted himself to, and then you look at his personal feelings on issues, it doesn't match up, man.
Well, maybe he just wants to work in Hollywood. I mean,
sure.
Sometimes you gotta look.
I get it.
You
whatever.
gotta grease the skids, man.
Grease the skids. Look, sell your soul. Do whatever you want to do. I don't know. I just don't like him. I liked one of his songs. What was it? Don't Take the Girl. Johnny's daddy was taking him fishing when he was 8 years old. But I mean, come on. Outside of that, he's about as country as Kenny Chesney.
Kenny Chesney is more beachy.
He's very beachy.
Yeah, than anything.
He's very beachy.
Yeah.
With his bald ass head.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's where we are, man. We need another war. Another good world war. If you want anything to change.
Well, it has to be a real war too. It can't be hearts and minds, man. It has to be a black and white objective that you can pursue.
Right.
Like annihilate this. Not go win hearts and minds. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
You got to be able to get the country behind it, man. You know?
Right.
And the country doesn't care about hearts and minds in some other part of the world. You know what I mean? Some of them act like they do, but who cares about them?
Well, yeah. I think we're finished. It's weird. I think you're in a holding pattern right now. America's in a holding pattern until another war breaks out.
Yeah, well, it better happen before they run out of fuel circling the runway.
Yeah. That's another thing. Yeah. How much fuel do we have to be in the holding pattern?
Not much, man. Dude, I went to the grocery store yesterday, spent $1.20 and walked out with 3 bags. My fuel's running out, bro. Dang. Come on, man. I just wanted some chicken wings.
$120.
Yeah.
And you walked out with 3 bags.
Yeah. I bought a pack of chicken wings. I bought a pack of fresh sausage because I went to the Pig, so they got good sausage. Got to get sausage if you go to the Pig. And, a pack of New York strips and just a couple of like sandwich meat and stuff, dude. Sandwich meat, cheese.
Thanks.
Yeah. And 3 bags, dude. 3 plastic bags. Didn't get like, yeah. I just wanted like some garlic powder and, some black pepper.
The Piggly Wiggly.
Bought a couple things of vitamins, because my old lady, she likes to buy this chewable, like talcum powder type vitamins. They're like Tums, and I can't stand those things. Give me some pills, man. Give me some pills that I don't have to sit there and taste and dry my mouth out.
Yeah, you like the pills.
Oh, man, give me the pills. I probably take about 9 pills a day, man.
Yeah.
About 9 pills a day, and that's if I don't get a headache.
I watched Wall Street for the first time this past weekend.
Wall Street.
Yeah. It was done in like mid-'80s. Michael Douglas.
Okay.
Charlie Sheen and his dad was in it. What's his dad's name?
Charlie Sheen. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
Something Sheen.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of stuff.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
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 Wall Street in the 80s.
I bet Charlie Sheen's a Tim McGraw fan. At least his character in 2.5 Men would have been.
Charlie Sheen.
What is it with these shows like that, thinking that they can just oust the main character, the breadwinner of the show, and replace them with someone else? No matter who it is. Like, Will Ferrell's a bigger name than, Stephen Carell, right? He's a bigger name. And Ashton Kutcher's a bigger name than Charlie Sheen. But those shows were wrecked when they replaced those people.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, they should have ended the shows.
They should have.
Yeah, it's no longer that show anymore. It's something else.
Yeah, or you at least kill off that character and you bring in, well, Michael Scott, I guess, did leave. Like,
Yeah,
Will Ferrell didn't come in as Michael Scott, right?
No.
But still, that was, at that point, it's up to, I don't know, dude. Like, Will Ferrell's a funny guy. I still think one of his greatest movies ever is one you haven't seen, which was The Other Guys.
Yeah, The Other Guys. I've seen a little bit of it. I couldn't finish it. It's just dumb.
Dude, Gator is that's a good character, man. Get out of here with your negativity.
He's
about The
okay,
Other Guys.
man. He's done a lot of good movies.
It's actually probably one of Mark Wahlberg's better movies, too. My peacock, Captain. You got to let me fly. Shooter was all right. I like Shooter.
That's another thing. No comedy movies have been made.
Comedy is not what it used to be, man.
True comedy only exists right now.
I mean,
and a few people that do stand up.
Yeah, and it's like
podcast.
It's like the world is trying their hardest to alienate those people, like Chappelle, and things like that, dude. Like true comedy, you say whatever you want to say to get a laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Offended people be damned. It is all about. It is the purest form of entertainment. You know what I mean? And it's like it's gone the way of being handcuffed.
Well, it's not handcuffed. It's being protested against, but it's not handcuffed yet. Yeah, comedy, man, humor. It takes kings off of thrones. This is what I heard. You know what I mean? And that's true.
I never heard that.
Comedy, good comedy, takes kings off of thrones. And there's a political side right now that knows it. And they can't take a joke. They can't take a joke.
No, they can't, man. A lot of people are just way too serious, man, about their place in the universe.
Yeah. It's weird, man, because, if you say... Comedy does, good comedy does hold some truth in it, right? So I think if you can't take, I don't know, it seems like the people that get offended, they can't take a joke, are the ones that already have this facade up. That's not real. You know what I mean? They're not. They don't know who they are, so they're playing a character already. Now that person gets offended when that fake character who they portray gets attacked or made fun of.
In good comedy too, man, like you can say whatever you want, but a good comic, like the ones that we like Bill Burr, Sebastian Maniscalco, Chappelle, all these guys, man, they will rail other people's or other groups. Like, that'll be the brunt of jokes. But they balance that with railing on themselves as well.
Yeah.
They always tell stories about themselves that are vulnerable type stories. And they balance that out, where it's like, you've heard the saying, you can give it, but you can't take it. You know what I mean? And I think that's a tightrope that good comics walk, is they don't always just go after others. A lot of their comedy is retrospective, looking back on themselves.
Well, I think too, man, like the dudes you listed, so you can get away with it. They're not getting away with it totally, but they're getting away with it because they can be trusted. Meaning a joke, you say ridiculous things, right? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's not true. Yeah, it might be a little true, whatever. Who cares? But they can be trusted because they're not psychotic. They don't really
Even if they are, I mean, it's a show, man.
Yeah, it's a show.
It's a show. It is there for one purpose, and it is to entertain you.
Yeah, like Dave Chappelle would say, remember, you clicked on my face.
Exactly. Like you, exactly.
Yeah.
Like if you enter that realm with a predisposition of being offended, then you're the sucker.
Yeah.
You know? Like I've heard lots of jokes that would put me as the focal point of the joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it's funny, it's funny. I'm sorry. And a lot of times it might be pretty true. It might be a little offensive, but if you go to a comedy show and all you take away from it is the offensive part and not the other two parts, then you're an idiot. Don't go to comedy shows. You don't like comedy.
Yeah, I think, comedy, stand-up comedy, or now we live in an age of podcasting, but it's a good form of free speech. You know what I mean? And I think stand-up is one of the last strongholds that you have, that can't get canceled.
Yeah, because you don't necessarily have a producer in those situations guiding the material.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's not getting canceled. So I think it's the last holdout, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you know what you're getting. You're getting a guy up here that's written his own material, and now he's in supposed to be a safe place to express himself, and it's protected.
Yeah. Whatever, did they do away with the Comedy Central roasts that they used to have? I haven't seen any of those.
Man. I think Comedy Central's on its last leg.
Yeah, no, man. I wish somebody else would pick that up, though, because as raunchy and everything as that is, man, like that was like back in the WWF days when they had King of the Ring.
Yeah.
And just all these people go in there and we'll see, how it shakes out at the end.
Yeah.
That's a Comedy Central roast, man. Like you get a panel of 10 or 12 comics, pretty much. Not even all of them are comics. And you put them all together, and for an hour and a half, they just bang on each other the whole time. Yeah. And it's awesome because they go hard. They go hard, dude. Yeah. What's the bald-headed guy's name? Jeff
Bezos.
Yeah, that's the one. He's a good comedian. Dang, I can't remember his name. Jeff. Anyway, he's really good. And Nikki Glazer and a lot of people that you wouldn't think would be funny, man, show themselves to be pretty funny. So, who's your favorite comic? If you had to choose one, all right, I get to go to one live show.
Like, I think a good stand-up comedian right now, stand-up, is Sebastian Maniscalco. He's a good stand-up comedian. He's entertaining.
Yeah, he is. He's a funny guy.
Yeah,
with his mannerisms and everything.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's talented. I think Tim Dillon's the best, man. Tim Dillon is the best right now.
I listen to his podcast a lot. I haven't heard a ton of his stand-up.
No, a ton of his stand-up's not out. Yeah.
He's funny on his podcast, though. Golly, that freaking guy.
Yeah, I think, man, right now, Tim Dillon's dangerous, man.
Tim Dillon, don't give a shit.
No, Tim Dillon,
rat. He like the people that sponsor him, man. He just those are some of the hilarious plugs, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Tim Dillon is he's dangerous, man. I think he's one of the most important voices right now of our time. But he's dangerous because he's a good dose of reality.
I don't know. I would say yes, but with all the sarcasm he throws out there, a lot of his show is not reality.
Well, I think why I say he's dangerous is because whatever topic, like just use politics, for instance. Like he can discuss politics. You become the way he the way he explains certain topics in politics and gives you it's kind of like you already knew who these people are, like they're frauds, but the way he explains these people and sheds light on these people, you become very cynical about politics. And I think that's dangerous.
Sheds the light on these people. You're funny. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I think with Tim Dillon, you have to listen to enough of his content to understand when he's being facetious and when he's being serious. Like, because he can have those tones on, like the whole Ghislaine Maxwell trial. Man.
Yeah.
Like, his take on that is just absurd. But, I mean, it's hilarious. Like, I wasn't going to cut it off until it ended, you know?
Yeah, right.
But, I mean, yeah, I'll give it to him, man. He is... he's very good. And I like every time that he talks about Rogan, he always points out that you don't have the number one show, Rogan.
Yeah, right. The numbers
would say that my show is bigger.
Yeah. Right.
He's one of the few that maybe one of only two that I can think of that is much better by himself than when he has a guest on, because his guests don't entertain the way he does. Like, he gets his shots in here and there, but
right.
He lets other people talk, and it's like,
Right. Yeah. I feel like, myself, like I get annoyed. Like, there's some people that are not good in an interview setting. And I'm not saying Tim Dillon's he's not good at interviewing, but he's just better by himself.
He is, man, and it's because of his rants, man.
It's because of his rants, and it's because the only thing you want to hear, it's like if you invited a group of people in a room, but there's one person in a room. It's like, hey, I'm going to invite Jeff Bezos and the two baggers at Piggly Wiggly. All right, who do you want to hear from? You want to hear from Jeff Bezos. And it's kind of like that. You put Tim Dillon in a room with other comics or other somewhat interesting people, and you just want to hear from that one guy because he's the most interesting and he's the most brilliant. He will probably advance as the most important voice past Joe Rogan.
In the history
I think
of
he'll
mankind.
pass Joe Rogan.
You think so?
Yeah, he will.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Rogan's got like a cult following.
Yeah, I say that, but not a lot of people would stomach Tim Dillon.
That's
so
I'll
pull back on that. Yeah,
that's the
I
thing.
redact my statement.
Like, he is actually very refreshing from a standpoint of the people that are just tired of the same old rhetoric.
Yeah,
You know, because you don't know what is coming out of his mouth. He is to comedy what Alex Jones is to the news. Like,
yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. It's like here's a news station, InfoWars.
Yeah. Because he got deplatformed like everywhere else. That's crazy how they went after him, man.
Yeah.
I mean, which, the dude's, I think he's right about a lot of stuff, man, but he is, he's out there.
Yeah. I haven't heard from him in a while, man. I haven't seen him.
I'd probably look at more of his stuff, man, if I could make the phone go to sleep and just listen to it while I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
That's the big thing with him, man. Like, the phone goes dead in 30 minutes.
Right.
You got to leave the screen on.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's banned from all the other platforms that allow you to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. We live in an interesting time.
We live in an interesting time. That we do. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if anybody from humanity will ever see Andromeda collide with the Milky Way. Is the sun supposed to burn out before that? I can't remember which one comes first.
Well, according to Bob Lazar, we do have alien technology, okay?
Well, maybe it's about time we started using it.
For what?
I don't know, man. I don't know. How long can we sustain what we're doing?
For a long time. For a very long time.
Can we?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know, man. Maybe some people. But the way we're going, like if it heads in the same way for the next 10 years that it's at right now and has been going down for the last couple, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be like starvation and that type stuff. It's not gonna be no huge major disasters and stuff like that. It's going to be
starvation.
It's going to be poverty.
In 10 years?
Dude.
I don't think so.
Look at it, dude. Look at it. You already got a ton of people in poverty, man. And then the way things have been headed over the last, In
America or abroad?
I mean, tit for tat. America,
Nobody's starving in America. Nobody is starving in America.
Dude, there's like freaking, I don't know, what, over 100,000 homeless people living on Venice Beach?
Well, that's Venice.
It's still America. They haven't seceded.
That's Venice, and they got needles hanging out their arms.
Sure. Sure. It's going to be a zombie outbreak, man. I think somebody needs to really do Jurassic Park. I think they need to bring back the dinosaurs and really do that. I can't see a bad scenario coming out of that. And I've watched the movie. But I think they should do it on the mainland somewhere.
Why wouldn't a billionaire do that?
Yeah, why wouldn't he, man? What's all this space stuff? Let's get some dinosaurs.
And just let them go.
Just let them go. Start a new market. Be good for the economy.
Yeah, you couldn't do like one or two. You would have to do like thousands.
Yeah. It would have to become an invasive species.
Of raptors and
yeah, exactly.
T-Rexes.
Yeah. What better way to control the wild boar population?
Sure.
Do it out in the Midwest.
What better way to control obesity?
Yeah. Fat people are slower.
Goodbye.